Hey everybody, it's New Year, New Rules, and today we're going to talk about upcoming rules changes, the supplementing data security requirements. Wait, we're taking supplements? What did he say? Stay tuned. What in the world is supplementing data security requirements? ACH already has data security requirements in place. This new rule change, or we should say enhancement, is for explicitly to require large non-FI originators, third-party service providers, and third-party senders to protect deposit account information by rendering it unreadable when it is stored electronically. But let's look at the existing ACH data security requirements first. Way back on September 20th, 2013, the ACH Security Framework Rule change was implemented. The ACH Security Framework established the minimum data security obligations for ACH network participants to protect ACH data within their systems. See, this rule aimed at protecting the security and integrity of certain ACH data throughout its lifecycle and was intended to be consistent with other data security obligations of the ACH network participants. See, the rule implemented included three sets of rules. First, there was the protection of sensitive data and access controls. There was also a self-assessment requirement and verification of third-party senders and originators. Let's cover that protection of sensitive data and access controls first. See, protection of data and access controls requires non-consumer originators, participating depository financial institutions, or DFIs, third-party service providers, and third-party senders to establish, implement, and as appropriate, update policies and procedures, and also systems related to initiating, processing, and storage of entries. So these policies, these procedures, and these systems, what do they need to do? Well, they must protect the confidentiality and integrity of what we call protected information. Protect against anticipated threats or hazards to the security or integrity of that protected information, and protect against unauthorized use of protected information that could result in substantial harm to a natural person. Well, what is protected information? Well, protected information is the non-public personal information, including financial information, like routing and account number, of a natural person used to create or contained within an ACH entry or even the addenda records. That self-assessment piece, well, it states that each participating financial institution, third-party service provider, and third-party sender is required to verify, as part of its annual ACH rules compliance audit, that they have established, implemented, and updated the data security policies, procedures, and systems as required by the ACH Security Framework Rule. Again, this took place in 2013. The third and final component, the verification of third-party senders and originators, requires ODFIs to use a commercially reasonable method to establish the identity of each non-consumer originator or third-party sender with whom the ODFI enters an origination agreement at the time that that agreement is created. Now, here we are, 2020. The ACH Security Framework has been updated to explicitly require large non-FI originators, third-party service providers, and third-party senders to protect deposit account information by rendering it unreadable when it is stored electronically. Implementation begins with phase 1 this June 30th, 2020, with the largest originators and third-party service providers and third-party senders, and initially applies to those who have a volume of 6 million transactions or greater annually. A second phase, taking effect a year later, June 30th of 2021, applies to those with an ACH volume of 2 million transactions or greater annually. Wait, what if I'm an originator and have less than 2 million transactions annually? Then you are currently not mandated by the ACH rules to render ACH account information stored electronically unreadable while at rest. However, NACHA strongly encourages voluntary adoption of this data security standard as a sound business practice. You should do it. You should do it even if you're not required to. You want to learn more about payments, maybe even payment channels? Well, then head over to the new and improved PaymentsProfessor.com website. On the PaymentsProfessor.com website, we have a free mini-series on payment channels in the US. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous Monday.